A streamlined and simple day pack that's built with just enough pockets and features to make it extremely functional, and offering a very supportive and technical suspension system that's going to keep you comfortable on the trail all day long. It's the Gregory Sula 24-liter day pack. And the first thing I want to point out is the suspension system and how it carries the load. This is the real showstopper for this pack. While the pack is really simple, the suspension system is comfortable and technical. This is the free span back system. And what you've got going on here is a really comfortable and breathable tensioned mesh back panel here. This keeps the pack up away from your back just enough that it allows a lot of airflow, a lot of ventilation. And the ventilation goes all the way down into the lumbar support as well. You've got ventilation all up through here. Behind the shoulder harness, there's plenty of mesh. You've even got ventilation in through the padding of the shoulder harness. There's little cutouts in there. So that's the big story here, to keep you comfortable on the trail. But unlike some backpacks that have a really big gap between the part that hits your back and the actual back panel of the pack, this keeps it nice and close, so it's more streamlined, it's a little bit closer to your back, and it carries the load a little bit better than I've seen on some other back panels like this. So you still have all of that ventilation, but it keeps the weight of the pack in towards your back. You also have a steel spring frame that goes around the outside. This is spring steel, it's lightweight, and it effectively transfers the load of the pack right to your hips, right to this lumbar area where you need it. And then there's also an HDPE frame sheet behind the scenes that's lightweight, but it offers a lot of rigidity to the pack. So it's a 24-liter pack. It's a smaller day pack, but it carries a lot of weight. So when you're out on the trail all day long, when you're carrying a lot of gear, this is going to really carry the load comfortably. Now, you don't have any adjustability here in the shoulder harness. This is a women's specific pack, so it's definitely going to work for women. You can adjust the load lifter straps to be a little bit lower if you're on the shorter end of that torso range, and then a little bit higher if you're on the upper end of the torso range. And then you have that adjustable sternum strap to adjust the torso as well. So that's a really good feature there. Moving down to the hip belt, you have a pretty substantial hip belt for this size of a pack. You have plenty of padding, but it's a lightweight hip belt. You can see how that kind of folds up. You've got a lot of ventilation in there, and then convenient pockets on both sides. Now, you do have plenty of organizational features here. One thing I want to point out on this side of the pack is a convenient sunglass holder. So if you're hiking and you just need to take your glasses off for a little while, you can store them right there. And then on the other side, you've got a place where you can put your hose for your hydration system. That's routed right here through the middle of the pack, so you do have a hydration sleeve hung on the inside of the pack. As far as pocketing, they keep it really simple. You've got two stretch mesh pockets. These are nice big pockets. You can store anything you want in there. And then you have nice panel access into the main body of the pack. These are really easy to use pull tabs, and you can see that panel access opens up really wide into the pack here. So I remove that layer. You can see the hydration sleeve in there. And then on the inside of this pack, you do have a pocket hung where you can put smaller items so they don't get lost inside your pack. You even have an area for keys, so you can store those in there. On the front of the pack, another small pocket. I've just got a map tucked away in there. This would also be a great place for goggles. It's big enough for that, and it has kind of a media-friendly liner on the inside of that pocket. Other than that, you have some lash loops down here on the bottom. This can also double as a compression system for the pack. So if you don't have it packed out completely, if you're going on a shorter day hike, you can really use these straps to compress the load along with the compression straps on this side. And then you do have a tool loop here. Put trekking poles on there or whatever else you'd like. So really simple, clean pack. It's designed really well. There aren't too many pockets, but just enough that you can store your gear really well. And then the suspension system that's just really ventilated and really comfortable. It's the Gregory Sula 24-liter day pack.